Hello, hello, hello. A very good evening to all of you. I request you all to please put your mobile phones on silent mode, please. We are about to start. Thank you so much. What a fantastic and vibrant evening today. Claude Bernard, 19th century French physiologist, considered as one of the greatest of all men of science, who was one of the first to suggest the use of blind experiments to ensure the objectivity of scientific observations, had famously said, "The joy of discovery is certainly the liveliest that the mind of man can ever feel." We all in this auditorium must have experienced this joy. Ramanujan experienced this joy in his equations. Raman with light, Venki Ramakrishnan with ribosome. Hargobind Khurana was definitely the one who might have experienced this joy by solving the genetic puzzle, genetic code. Welcome everyone. My name is Shrikant Mantri. I am scientist working with NABI. I want to welcome you to the Hargobind Khurana Memorial Symposium. Today, we all are here together to share the life and legacy of Hargobind Khurana and pay our homage and a fitting tribute by discussing and spreading the joy of science. The legacy of Hargobind Khurana will keep inspiring for many more generations to come. I now request the dignitaries to please take their seat on the dais. Dr. Uttam Raj Bhandari, Dr. Rajendra Ranu, Professor Ashok K. Ganguly, Dr. Jatinder Kaur Arora, and Dr. T.R. Sharma. Yeah, please, sir. Please have a seat. There is a single light of science, and to brighten it anywhere is to brighten it everywhere, said by Isaac Asimov. And one who truly understood and appreciated. So I request all the dignitaries to please light the lamp and begin this auspicious ceremony. Thank you so much, sir, ma'am. To make this ambience more spiritual, I request our students to please come forward for Saraswati Vandana. Thank you so much for that melodious performance. Saraswati Vandana, the translation of it for all the audience I would do. Ma Saraswati, you are the goddess of art, music and knowledge. We pray you to please wipe out the darkness of ignorance from our life. Please take us in your protection because we are nothing without your blessings and love. Saints have deep knowledge of Veda and Purana. Please bless us too with its divine knowledge and devotion. Shower your blessings over us. Now we would like to greet our dignitaries by presenting a token of affection, a bouquet of flowers. I now request Manisha to please present bouquet to Professor Uttam Raj Bhandari. I request Saloni to please present bouquet to Professor Rajendra Ranu. I request Payal to please present bouquet to Professor Ganguly. I request Afsana to present bouquet to Ma'am Jatinder Kaur Arora. I now request Sanjam to please present bouquet to Dr. T.R. Sharma. I request Executive Director NABI and Chief Executive Officer CIAB Dr. T.R. Sharma to please propose his welcome address.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Respected Professor Uttam Raj Bhandari, Professor Rajinder Anu, Professor A.K. Ganguly, Director Institute of Nanoscience and Technology, Dr. Jatinder Kaur Arora, Executive Director, Punjab State Council for Science and Technology, distinguished Khurana associates from different parts of the world, delegates from different parts of India, our most valued guests, students, ladies and gentlemen, press and media. It's a matter of great honor for me to extend a very warm welcome to each one of you for accepting our invitation to participate in this historical symposium on gene, genome and membrane biology, which is being organized in the memory of Nobel laureate Professor Hargobind Khurana. From my own behalf and on behalf of National Agri-Food Biotechnology Institute and the organizers of this symposium, I am very happy to extend hearty welcome to all the esteemed guests and Khurana associates who could spare their valuable time to attend this symposium. I welcome you all to Punjab, the northern part of India. Punjab is the land of green revolution, the land which feeds half of the Indian population, the land which has rich cultural heritage, the land of Gurus and Sikhism who are well known for their courage, valor and sacrifice, and also the land which is the birthplace of Professor Hargobind Khurana, who won Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine in 1968, and in whose memory the symposium is being organized. So welcome all. It's a matter of great pleasure and honor for me to extend a warm welcome to all the delegates to this symposium. The symposium is being organized jointly by National Agri-Food Research Institute, Punjab State Council of Science and Technology, Institute of Nanoscience and Technology, and Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, Mohali, and with our collaborators, Dr. Uttam L. Raj Bhandari and Dr. Rajinder S. Ranu from Massachusetts Institute of Technology and Colorado State University, USA, respectively. The symposium is being hosted by National Agri-Food Biotechnology Institute. This institute, let me tell you the guest that the institute where we are sitting today was established in the years 2010. It's a very young institute as an autonomous institute of the Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. The institute has been established on an area of 35 in the knowledge city Mohali. We have sanctioned strength of more than 150 scientists, technical and administrative staff. The National Agri-Food Biotechnology Institute, where we are working on agricultural biotechnology, food and nutritional biotechnology, besides having a strong research and development program, we have an excellent program on human resource development in the form of PhD, postgraduates and visiting scientists and students. To meet our goals for providing food and nutritional security to the country, in a short span of 7 years, the Institute has developed biofortified wheat with high anthocyanins, micronutrients, high amylose and resistant starch and low phytate. We have developed banana biofortified with beta-carotene, edible coating from wheat straw to increase shelf life of fruits, and are developing millets as prebiotics and functional foods. Besides that, we are also developing multiplex kits for detection of foodborne pathogens, besides having strong program on genomics and computational biology. We are thankful to the organizers for choosing Navi as the host for this symposium. In the symposium, we have speakers from abroad who are trained or worked in close association with Professor Khorana. These overseas speakers come from many different countries like USA, Canada, Japan, South Korea, China, and Belgium. Many of the Indian researchers who were associated with Khorana's lab will also be attending and participating in this symposium, and in fact, two of them are here, Dr. Varshney and Dr. C.M. Gupta. Besides, over 300 young researchers and established scientists from different parts of the country, different other students of this institute as well as institutes around Chandigarh, they are participating in the symposium. Participants in India are from different institutes like Punjab University, Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi, Central University, Bathinda, Himachal Pradesh University, National Research Center on Plant Biotechnology, like that many other institutes from the country. This symposium will have 5 scientific sessions dealing with signal transduction, membrane biology, gene expression, nucleic acids biology, newer features of genetic code, atomic resolution, cryo-electron microscopy, glycobiology, biotechnology, and a session on plant biology. Besides that, we have more than 110 posters which are being presented by our young scientists working in different institutes. A special session that will cover the reminiscences of Professor Khorana by his close associates will also be organized. The symposium has an impressive list of high-profile scientists and is expected to inspire many young researchers and faculties from the exemplary zeal and hard work of Professor Khorana and his associates. We hope that this conference will provide a wonderful forum for all to refresh their knowledge base and explore the innovations in the areas related to genomics, cellular signaling, and membrane proteins. The symposium will also provide plenty of networking opportunities to meet and interact with the leading scientists and researchers, friends and colleagues, as well as sponsors and exhibitors from India and abroad. We greatly appreciate your participation in this unique symposium to honor Professor Hargobind Khorana. It is a celebration of how a person with such humble beginnings from a small village of Punjab could rise to have such a profound influence over generations of young scientists worldwide. My colleagues have made all efforts for your comfortable stay at Chandigarh. In case still you face some difficulty, then please let me know. We will try to see that our guest for this symposium should be attended well. Since I may not be getting another opportunity to say thanks to all the organizers, I would like to take 1 minute more. I am very thankful to Professor Raj Bhandari and Professor Rajendra Ranu for developing such an impressive technical program. It's all because of these two stalwarts sitting here and my colleagues, Dr. Ajay and other colleagues who developed this program. So I would like to extend my thanks to Dr. Nico Calivert, I think he's here, Director of VIV Center Belgium, for extending some financial assistance to the symposium, and also he is here attending this symposium. And also to Dr. Umesh Varshney, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, for providing inputs at various stages of preparation of this symposium. Thank you very much, sir. I would also like to thank my colleagues, Dr. A.K. Ganguly, Director, INST, Dr. Jatinder Arora, Executive Director, Punjab State Council, and Dr. Devi Prasad, who is Director of Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, for their wholehearted support in organizing this symposium. My special thanks are to Dr. Ajay Pandey, Dr. Sarmesha and Dr. Dapinder Bakshi for their complete dedication to the organization of this symposium, and also the chairpersons and members of different committees for their excellent arrangement. So in the end, I would like to wish you all a very happy stay here and also very good deliberation on different topics of your interest as well as the interest of Professor Khurana and his associate and all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your welcome address and for giving the glimpse of research at NABI and the upcoming program of Har Gobind Khurana Symposium. I now request Dr. Jatinder Kaur Arora, Executive Director, Punjab State Council of Science and Technology, to please give her address.
It's indeed amazing to share that happening of this symposium is a pure alchemy. As they say, if you have a desire, all that you need to do is to take initial few steps and the universe does the rest to make it a reality. So has happened in this case. We had a desire, me and Professor Ganguly, in 2015. We had the desire to enthuse our science students from Punjab about pursuing careers in science. We thought, let's provide a platform to the students where they could learn more about contributions of Professor Khurana and other well-renowned scientists. And we instituted a lecture series, Har Gobind Khurana lecture series, in 2015. First lecture was delivered by Venki Ramakrishnan. Professor Rajinder Ranu read about it in newspapers. He found out about my organization, about me, and he sent me an email saying that I am visiting India and want to meet. First meeting led to many more meetings. He floated the idea of having this symposium, and here we are today. I asked him to give me one or two photographs of Professor Khurana because we were thinking of developing a few exhibits which we could send to our schools, colleges, institutions. I asked for a drop and he arranged an ocean. If you look at this abstract book, which is such a painstaking effort, which our teams had have compiled with guidance of Professor Ranu, wherein all the associates of Professor Khurana have shared their memories. It's a treasure. I'm sure all of you will take your time to read your leisurely pace. But when I read it cover to cover, I had goosebumps. I want to share a few lines, the memories few of his associates have shared in this abstract book. John G. Moffett, hope I am pronouncing it right. John G. Moffett, the first PhD student of Professor Khurana. While writing as to how he led by example, he writes he had an amazing work ethics, organizational ability, and the most remarkable memory. The most remarkable memory I have ever encountered. And then he goes on to say, he knew more of what was in my notebooks than I did and could frequently recite page references when asked a question. David S. Jones, who worked with Professor Khurana between 1963 and 65. He says, I came to his lab with degree in chemistry and was unsure as he wanted me to work in biotechnology, biochemistry or molecular biology. When I told him this, his reply was, David, all I need from you is enthusiasm. Carol, who was postdoc fellow with him for 2 years from 94 onwards, she says, Govind knew how to lead without micromanaging and let me learn from my mistakes. Robert D. Wells, another postdoc fellow with him, says Govind was keenly aware of nature. Professor Krishna Rao, who had a desire to work with Professor Khurana since you were 9 years old. That's what I read. He said he helped me not only to become a global science educator, but also motivated me to return to India to give back to society. Also his own biographical note, which appeared in Science magazine in 2000. The very opening sentence of this note puts you at ease. He says, I knew many people who kind of seemed to know from beginning what they wanted to do in life. But at the age of 18, when I went to apply for my bachelor's degree in Punjab University in Lahore, I applied for 2 courses, English literature and chemistry. I didn't know what I wanted to do. He puts you at ease. And he says for chemistry, an interview was required. And I was very shy. But anyway, they reserved a seat for me. That's how I entered into chemistry. And then he goes on to describe his journey of reaching where he reached. All of us know that. So all of you Khurana associates who are here, as Dr. T.R. Sharma said, there is a special session for all of you to share his memories with us. We wanted to know, we had put forward this desire to the universe to know more about Professor Khurana. And here, as I said, it's pure alchemy. All of you are here to enlighten us, to tell us everything that you can. Thank you for being here. Just to tell you a little bit about Punjab State Council for Science and Technology, my organization. It is the province level technical arm of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. And it's also the technical node of Department of Science and Technology, Government of Punjab. We work for policy development, infrastructure development in science and technology, biotechnology, environment, and popularization of science are our key domain areas. And we also work in the consultancy field, providing consultancy to industry, especially in the areas of biotechnology and environment. As I said, popularization of science is one of our thrust areas, wherein we try to generate enthusiasm among students about science. That's where, as I said, we thought of having Hargobind Khurana series, lecture series. We also plan to develop a mobile exhibition having exhibits about works and life of Professor Khurana and other world acclaimed scientists. I would like to have suggestions from all of you how we can take this project forward, how we can get it going. Thank you very much once again for being here. I look forward to active interaction with you during these 2 days. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing with us the genesis of this symposium and giving us glimpse about memories of Har Gobind Khurana. I would now request Dr. Ashok K. Ganguly, Director, Institute of Nanoscience and Technology, to please august this gathering. Sir, please.
Good evening, everybody. I am probably way off from the area of research that you are all going to deliberate, but that's my additional interest. I am on the borderline of chemistry and physics, or you say the junction of chemistry, physics and engineering. I am a chemist basically, but most of my work is with physicists, and that's how I went into nanoscience and technology. And I was a professor of chemistry at IIT Delhi. As you know, India has several IITs. And then I came here as a director and set up India's first Institute of Nanoscience and Technology in 2013. So we are less than 5 years old. And we are in this knowledge city with all these institutes. And I was just sitting here and thinking, this is like Boston. You have so many institutes. You have MIT, Harvard, Tufts, not very far, Boston University, and so many universities. And can that be emulated? That's a tall order. Because I have met several people. I have met at Harvard, and I have interacted with him, and several others in the material science. And very recently, my professor got the von Hippel Award just 3 days back in Boston at the MRS Award. And we knew Dresselhaus, who just passed away, the queen of carbon science. She had visited India several times. So those are the people that I knew and I know about. But my biology, I left biology at high school, but then I picked up biology as I do a lot of outreach. That's how we came together. I do a lot of teaching, undergraduates and school students, and all my examples I take are from biology. And the greatest machine that I teach, where nanotechnology comes, is whenever I tell them, is the ribosome. I really read through how this DNA replication is happening and how one strand has to turn back. My God, amazing, nature can do that without any problem. And I tell my audience, who are mostly kids, imagine this is not happening correctly in your body right now. What will happen? Imagine, think about it. And so many such molecular machines are in our body, happening every second. And that's how my connection, I feel all my examples, although we make, today the world makes in the laboratory nano machines. We had a nano car race in France this year, the world's first nano car race. It was, I think, won by Austrian team. Everything done by machines, real machines, looking under the microscope. But nature has so many nano machines going on in our body. And you are all going to talk about membrane biology and all probably ion pumps and all those things. So this great assembly, I feel little jealous because all the biology guys are going to really have fun, in this meeting. All the great people are here. So many big luminaries in one area, in this small place, small town, Mohali, which is not even Chandigarh. Okay. So it's not even Boston. So it is somewhere, I don't know, 100 miles off, right? So in Vermont maybe, or some place like that, not in Massachusetts. So I think all of them have a great treat. It's unusual to have a meeting like this, thinkable in this part of the country. It happened, and the story already Dr. Jatinder Kaur has narrated, and how it happened, and the main culprit is sitting next to her, Dr. Rajendra Ranu, who will call me at 8 in the morning. I am getting ready to go to lab or go to office. And he calls me from US because that's the right time, right? What is the time? 8 a.m. in the morning here. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 11 or something in Colorado? Yeah, might. So, and he had a lot of apprehensions. And every time I had to tell him, everything is under control, don't worry, relax. So he has made several trips. And I must tell you, all of you should know this, that he has tried to make this so good that not a single thing goes wrong for all his great friends. Okay, he has tried to take care of all of you. And with his, and he has a personal touch to everybody because he knows each of you the way, you know, for maybe 30, 40 years. And so he knows your whims and fancies and all those things, right? And so he has tried to take care of that. So without him, we could not have moved an inch forward. But I am so glad that we could do this, starting from the lecture to come to this conference, and so many young people from all over India can benefit of the great experience and knowledge of the practitioners of science, the Hargobind Khorana legacy right in front. Because it is not possible, I think, to get all of them together in a meeting in India. I think people have meetings, and I would assume this kind of meetings would happen in IISc Bangalore, or maybe in a hotel in New Delhi, or in Mumbai, or in Hyderabad. These are the 3-4 places normally these meetings would have happened. But it happened in Mohali, and I'm really glad that all the institutions came together to make this happen. And I must thank Professor Raj Bhandari, who has guided us in all this, especially the team of Dr. Sharma and his colleagues. So I just want to say that we had 2 named lectures. When I joined this institute, I had some pointers that how to make this institute known. So one of the things was suggested by our governing council was you initiate international lectures. So we had a named lecture after Richard Feynman, you know, the Nobel laureate for quantum electrodynamics from Caltech, and the other named was for Irving Langmuir. So when this thing came up, when Dr. Kaur talking about a lecture which would have a different crowd for students, and as a biologist, obviously it fit that our institute will really go along with it, because it fills the physics, chemistry and biology, because nanoscience is an interdisciplinary area. So it fits perfectly well, and that's how we went ahead. So we have 3, as INST, although this we do with Punjab State Council, but we have called people from, one from physics, who is like a Nobel laureate or type of Nobel laureate every year, and one from chemistry, and those 2 lectures go on in our institute. So just to tell you briefly, our institute works on all aspects of nanoscience. We have people from physics, chemistry and biology background, and it is a small institute. It's an institute like advanced study, where everybody does research, but collaborative research on, say, biosensors or nanotherapeutics, or something like heat transfer through nanomaterials, etc. So that's with that brief, I would like to again thank all of you, and especially to Dr. T.R. Sharma, who made this happen, became a host and took all the responsibility, and his team. Dr. Ajay has done a great job along with Sharmishta and Dr. Dipender. I thank them all, and I hope all the visitors from abroad will really find this place, and if you have time, see Chandigarh, have a good time, and if you have time, you please come back again and visit the institutes in and around northern India, because this time is too short and probably you will not have time to visit. So I welcome you all on behalf of my institute, on behalf of the other institutions in Knowledge City, and on behalf of, as a co-organizer, for a very stimulating meeting, and anything we can do for you, please let us know. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inaugural address. I now request Professor Uttam Raj Bhandari to please give his address.
I would like to begin by thanking Drs. Sharma, Arora, and Ganguly for making it possible for us to have this meeting in Chandigarh. I also thank all the scientists who are gathered here and all the Khurana alums who have traveled from so far for coming to this meeting. Another person who also deserves to be thanked is, of course, Rajendra Ranu. It was he who had the original idea to have the meeting in Punjab and convinced me that it was a viable option. So I'm kind of happy to pass on the mic to Rajendra now. But before I do that, I would also like to thank the person who rang the bell upstairs, because that reminded me, and I'm sure all the Khurana alums, of the joint seminars that we used to have. And it all started on a Monday morning at 9 o'clock with the bell ringing, just to bring everybody, make sure that everybody was there. So I thank him for that. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now like to request everybody's beloved Professor Rajendra Ranu to please address the gathering.
Thank you very much. I get too much credit. I think the credit goes to a lot of people, and especially to Tom Raj Bhandari. You know, he has had association with Professor Khurana. So I'm going to be saying Govind instead of Khurana, Professor Khurana, because that is what he preferred to be called, and that's what we called him. So I'm going to keep on saying Govind, so it implies that I'm talking about Professor Khurana. And I truly appreciate Dr. Sharma for hosting this, and others who have joined me in organizing this meeting. But now I'm going to sort of share some secrets. I had for a long time nurtured this idea that we should have a Khurana meeting in Punjab. And but I had a big disadvantage, because even though I was a link to India and linked to Punjab, but I had never been part of the scientific establishment of India, of Punjab. So it's a big disadvantage. I didn't know how to proceed about these things. But back in 2012, when MIT had a memorial in Professor Khurana's passing, and I went to the memorial, and there was Hans Fritz, his German scientist who worked with Govind. He was at MIT at the same time I was there, but not in Govind's lab. And we were very sad. We met at the, near Charles River walking, and Hans said to me that it's a very, very sad day. Govind was one link to United States. I could come anytime and be happy. I don't know if I'm going to come back again. And so both of us had our picture taken by somebody, and we parted company. And then I think somewhere in 2013 or 14, I got invited to Germany, and so I sent an email to Hans. I said, are you close to Frankfurt? Maybe we can get together. He sent me an email. He said, well, why don't we meet in Fulda, let's say halfway point. And we met and we talked and the genesis of the memorial symposium started there. And as I realized that Marv Carruthers had also been thinking about that, and Marv Carruthers is only 45 miles from my place. It's a sister, Colorado, University of Colorado, sister university. And and so I soon realized that regardless that there is going to be a memorial symposium, because if Marv is involved, Marv is very rich. He gave $18 million to Colorado, University of Colorado. And I said, he is going to just write a check, and this thing was going to happen. So I started thinking that maybe we should try to touch base with some people in Punjab. And I tried, and all of those interactions were non-starters, essentially. And I just kept worrying that looks like we may not be able to bring this symposium to Punjab. And but then one day, as Dr. Arora has mentioned, I picked up the newspaper, and there is Venki Ramakrishnan making big news, not about science, but criticizing the Indian scientific community. And I said, what the heck is he doing here? And so the next day newspaper came, said that, oh, he's giving a Qur'an lecture. Qur'an lecture, I said. Well, that is perfect. I said, now we can partner with these people, and I have to find out who are these people. So I sent the email to Dr. Arora, and I didn't know, but it was this Punjab State Council. I really was unsure whether when I only get a reply, and whether she might just say, this crazy guy, who is this guy? and lo and behold, she said, we want to meet you. We have been looking for somebody who knows Professor Khurana. And he happens to be a Punjabi, that's even better. And so we arranged a meeting. I saw the name, Jitendra Kaur Arana. That's a very Punjabi name. I said, that's one big hit right there. So next, she said to me that Dr. Ganguly is joining us. And so he came to the meeting, and I shook my hand with him. I knew I had a second hit. And because Dr. Ganguly is a go-getter, I said, fantastic. So next, they mentioned that they literally grabbed me. They won't let me get out of that place without getting a lot of information about Govind. And so, and then I start feeling good that maybe this thing, we can pull it off. And so next they mentioned that there are these Indian Institute of Science, there is this NABI, and maybe they will be interested. And that's, I said, what is a NABI? And there's a Department of Biotechnology Institute, and when they mentioned the word Department of Biotechnology, I knew Vijay Raghavan, and I knew previous director Ban, and I said, that's really good. So they started thinking in terms of money and resources which they didn't have, how to bring these things together. Well, immediately after I finished from them, I just went to Delhi straight. And I met next day. He was very busy, and I told him I need only 5 minutes. And I told him that we are planning to organize a Govind Symposium, and we want you to give a talk there and be one of the speakers. And when he heard my little story, and he said, oh, I'm very enthusiastic supporter of this thing. You just tell me which day I am giving this lecture. I'll come there and give this lecture, invited lecture. So I had in one 5-minute meeting 5 hits. So I came back, and not only I got also promise from him that he will provide us with some funds. Came back, talked to again our 2 colleagues, Dr. Arora and Ganguly, and they said that Nabi is willing to join. So I had another hit. So I said, we are getting closer and closer. So with this, I had almost 9 hits, but I needed 1 more hit. And so I knew, I had a feel that we are going to pull this thing off. And so I went back and I said, I need 1 more hit. And I took this midnight flight to Boston and arrived 10 o'clock in Tom's lab. And I said, looks like we can pull this thing off. So we sat down, we discussed, Tom is very deliberate, planning, all the things that went into. And so he said, well, so let's go. So I had 10 hits. And so I think it's going to happen. My enthusiasm was fantastic. And as they say, the rest is history. Everybody is here. So it's a great pleasure for, there's one thing Tom said to me. He said he's very busy with his course, and that I will have to take most of the work and communicate with the people. So it was a lot of work, but even though he says that he didn't do much, but really this thing would have never happened without his help, cooperation, because he is one link to the Kerala Associates, starting from day 1 when he moved into University of Wisconsin University, and has remained with Govind. So practically every Kerala associate have been partners with Tom, and Tom has helped all of us over the years. So he had the information, the email, the names, and all those things, but we had to do a lot of work to put all this information together, because Judy, who was Govind's secretary, she had retired, and we didn't have all the names of the people, so we worked kind of hard to put all these things together. And we managed. We missed out quite a few lot, maybe, but we gained quite a few. So to all the Kerala associates, our buddies, thank you for coming. Thank you for accepting. You cannot appreciate the enthusiastic response that we got when we sent the first letter to everybody to explore the possibility. So they are a great bunch of people, very sincere all these years, have been friends with us, with everybody else. So welcome to Punjab, and welcome to this symposium, and my sincere thanks to Dr. Ganguly, Dr. Sharma. By the way, when they said that Nabi is going to join, I asked them, who is the director? They said, Sharma. I said, great, because Sharma is my old friend. And so it's going to work out pretty well, and it has. My also thanks to Dr. Arora for supporting us, and special thanks to Team India. I dubbed these people as Team India, but because I don't know all the names of the people, and they have done fantastic job. Putting this type of symposium is a lot of work, and from all those people, cleaning the place, to electricians, to IT guys, to scientists who participated in making this symposium possible. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Professor Anu, for sharing with us the secrets and the stories. It's now my turn to thank everybody. I would like to now propose a formal vote of thanks. It is a privilege and great joy for me to extend vote of thanks on behalf of all the organizers, to all those who have contributed in one way or the other to organize and host this event and symposium. Firstly, let me express our sincere gratitude and appreciation to all the members of International Organizing Committee, specifically Dr. Ranu, Dr. Raj Bhandari, and all the Har Gobind Khurana associates. We are all very excited to hear from all Har Gobind Khurana associates the stories of your association with Har Gobind Khurana, the story of blessing in disguise, the story of serendipity, the story of collaboration. I also wish to thank members of National Organizing Committee, specifically Dr. Ganguly, Dr. Arora, Dr. T.R. Sharma, Dr. Devi Prasad Sarkar, for your leadership in organizing this symposium and for addressing the August gathering today. Heartfelt thanks to the organizing secretaries. I request you to please give a big round of applause to them. From Nabi, Dr. Ajay Pandey. It's his birthday today, so you can wish him. From INST, Dr. Sharmishta Sinha. From Punjab State Council of Science and Technology, Dr. Dapinder Bakshi. And also to all the members of steering and different organizing committees. The staff of NABI, specifically the officers from administration and the engineering team, has worked meticulously both in foreground and background. My sincere thanks to all of them. Let me express our sincere gratitude and appreciation to all the dignitaries from neighboring institute who have raised this occasion with their presence here today. Let me also put on record sincere thanks to the funding agencies, specifically DBT, DST, ICMR, and CSIR. Our sincere thanks to all our sponsors and specifically Select Bio team for extremely active participation to make arrangements for this event. Finally, many thanks to all our volunteers and students. I'm sure they will make your stay with us comfortable and pleasing. Wishing you all a very happy symposium ahead. A very good evening. Thank you very much. a small announcement. So we are going to have a small break for 10 minutes so that arrangements for the next event, which is going to be the cultural event, will be done on the stage. So you can choose to be here inside, or you can have a small stretching break for 5 minutes. Thank you very much.
Please have a seat for the cultural program. I request everyone to please have a seat for the cultural program. We will start the cultural program within 5 minutes. Thank you.